Hey everyone, welcome to another Wildewitch RP Live Play TTRPG session. What is Wildewitch RP? Well, that's me, Faye, Game Master and Storyteller, and Lachlan, our writer and producer. We're a couple who love sharing stories so much so that we quit our day jobs and created our own company, so that way we could create high quality and exciting TTRPG experiences full time and share them with you. There we go. And tonight we're playing D&D. This session features the Burning Veil storyline. Set in our very own Velinara campaign setting, it is a deeply personal tale of trust, betrayal, magic, and magnificent ambition where the fate of the world hangs in the balance. With us at the table are several of the incredible players who have joined us on our grand endeavor. If you'd like to play alongside them, you are more than welcome to join us. You can ask in chat or hop over to our Discord where you can find out more information. Now, speaking of our awesome players, it's time for introductions. Like I said, I'm Faye, Game Master and Storyteller. With me is Sirenscape, bringing all of our background music and sound effects. It's a fantastic and affordable sound collection that you can find at sirenscape.com. And now, let us meet our courageous and daring heroes, as they are now currently in Velda Ignara. And we'll begin with an introduction for Bracken.
An introduction for Bracken, you say? Hey everybody, I'm Thresh. I play Bracken, a Kender fighter monk who's here to punch and kick things and make sure everyone makes it home. And he's not good with words. Just like I am not good with words right now, and I'm struggling through it, but we're going to be okay, and so is Bracken. Bacow.
So many words.
So many. Yet so little said.
I know, right? It's truly a talent. There is a satyr out there that would be proud. Next up for our introductions, why don't we learn about Avi?
Hi, I'm Kelsey. I play Avi. She is a half-elf bard sorcerer. She cares about her friends deeply, is constantly singing, and is a little spooky.
Just a little spooky?
Yeah, I don't know where it comes from, though.
Okay. Next up for our introductions, why don't we learn about Cecil?
Hello, my name is Brent, and I play Cecil Darkholm. He's a forest gnome cavalier. He's had a rough time traveling through Velda Umbra. This is his first time in this fiery place. He's trying to lean on the strength and faith of his sister. He's ready to get back to his home plane. Everything just seems really, really far away, and he misses his moon.
We will get you there. Perhaps sooner than you realize, but farther than you think. Or sooner than you think, farther than what? There's a variation. I've been saying that all night. And then last but not least, why don't we get an introduction for Z?
Hello, my name is Bo, and I play Z. They are a changeling artificer. They are always wanting to help and be of service, but sometimes their brain gets in the way, and they sometimes are not aware of the emotions surrounding them, especially with people that they care about. But yeah, they're ready to go for whatever may happen.
All right. Whatever may happen. Well, before we can find out what happens, why don't we get a little bit of a recap of what has happened? You've traveled about the Shadowed Repository and found who you were looking for. Varro Ridley, a cursed Azrin. Not yet dead, but close to it. Conversations with Varro, negotiations, prices discussed and promised. Varro will work with you if you break the curse that he is under. which is what you've been working towards. You found a vault. You did battle with its guardian and used the information you found inside. You've collected your veil-burned threads. You traveled Vale de Farah and gained the essence of life. God, that encounter. And now you were traveling to one of the planes of creation to find a ritual site. That way you could get the elemental runes. Your intended location was Vale de Terra, but something went wrong with the gate. And rather than risking another day should there not be enough power, you pushed forward with the plane that you had been brought to, this different veiled. And you seem to have found one of the altars, one of the ritual sites. But as your group was making its way, unfortunately, there was a mishap. Natriana stumbled out in the open. And you are not alone here in Vale de Ignara. There are denizens, giants, and elementals of flame and magma. And as we begin, it is with some of those denizens now spotting Natriana and moving towards her. So, what is it that you all are doing as you see this as well?
I mean, we'd have to move to make sure Natriana doesn't get hurt, right?
It would put you out in the open.
That's... well...
Is there anywhere that maybe we could
Currently,
run to and hide?
not where Natriana is. Currently, you guys are where you were at, out of sight. You were by that large altar moment. You had been moving across that open space, and you all rolled really well, but Natriana did not. So, you guys, at this moment, seem out of sight, but Natriana is not.
Here's what I would like to know. Is there somewhere away from the altar that we could get to and hide if we moved?
Only back where you were, but that's over the ground. Like, you'd be running through the open space already. So, if you don't have something to, illusion yourselves or instantly transport yourselves over that distance, they're already looking in this direction. Like, that was the challenge, is that at the edge, you had, like, the sort of rocky crags that you were at, all the open auditorium space, and then the altar itself.
What I would like to do is get their attention away from Natriana and away from the altar as well.
I mean, it's definitely a possibility. How would you try and accomplish that?
Well, I'll run back the way we came, out in the open, and I will make a ruckus, just yelling.
Okay. So, as Avi does this, the giant's attention is turned, taking in the fact that Avi, you are here as well. And roll for me a perception check.
An 8.
You notice that they share gestures between them, and it looks like they are gesturing beyond where you're at, almost as if saying one will go one way, the other will go another.
Mm.
Hard to make out for sure with the 8. What is Bracken, Cecil, and Z? What are you guys doing as you see this? Natriana is out in the open. Avi is now out in the open and actively trying to catch attention.
Bracken will assist in trying to get these creatures over here.
Okay.
He'll also run out in the open next to Avi.
Okay.
And he's going to try and he's going to pick one of them at random and call them my brain's shut off for a second. Big in size, small on brains, and say that I'm not sure what's prettier, your foot or your face.
Now,
And use a taunt.
does taunt require you guys to share language?
Unleash a string of provoking words that both that can hear and understand. Yeah, so he'll still use the taunt, but I guess it won't go through.
Well, maybe not. I just need to know that.
Yes.
And then what is it?
DC 14 Wisdom.
That is a 15 from the taunt.
Hmm.
And there is a sort
May
of...
I interject?
Sure, what would you like to interject?
Is there any way that I could use Flash of Genius to increase the DC on the throw?
Unfortunately, no. That would be something more akin to a silvery barbs. Flash's Genius gives you a bonus to ability checks and saving throws, but not to DCs.
Okay. Sorry. Let's see. Okay, never mind.
As you try and taunt this figure, Bracken, you would see that the flames that exist underneath its skin, erupt outwards, almost setting aflare this ire in the, giant figure.
Oh, he's pissed.
Oh, yeah. His attention now seems fully on you, Bracken.
Perfect.
The other one, is still waving and gesturing about. Cecil? Z, are you doing anything here?
We're in a concealed position, yeah.
The two of you are currently concealed, yes.
How far to the altar?
You're at the altar. To a degree. So, the altar is giant-sized, so getting what you need is probably going to take some time. Because this is an altar fit for giants.
Do I see an elemental rune?
If I recall correctly, you do not have experience with the elemental runes. Not
I
Triana
don't.
was the one that was like, if it's
Okay.
anything like I've been, and she doesn't have like the fullest, but she's probably got the closest idea of what that elemental rune would be.
Okay. Cecil's gonna hang back and try and keep an eye on things just to see how it plays out, and then be ready to react and go where he's needed.
Okay, so Cecil's just kind of watching, waiting. Z, what are you doing?
The The idea that I had was going to use my shape change for the first time to change into Avi to maybe confuse them even more, but I think we'll wait on using that. I would just like to look around to see if I can find runes again.
Roll for me a perception check here. Unfortunately, you don't see any runes, but you would notice this. Sort of now being called to the attention, not directly behind Avi, but coming off from the side, the giants are calling in reinforcements from a elemental, and it's at this point, as everyone's taken their immediate actions in the situation, we're going to roll initiatives. Just because things are about to get a little fired up.
Oh my god, you're so funny.
I know, right?
But
Oh,
You're doing such a good job at it.
Slash.
Double twinsies?
double twins.
Yeah. It's me and Bracken. I know you're definitely gonna have the higher dex, dude.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, I need to roll for my elemental.
No.
Oh, but I do.
No, that's cool. Please.
Alright, so we've got. It's going to be. Avi has the higher out of Cecil and Avi, right?
Yeah.
Avi, Cecil, Bracken, Z, the Magma Elemental, then our Elemental Giants. So, with that, and we'll just put Natriana at the end, because I forgot to roll for her. Avi,
Yeah.
first act, you only see the two giants.
Okay. How far away are they?
I'll say currently they are, because you were trying to move back to try and draw their attention, they're about 50 feet from you.
Okay. Can I get an intelligence save from one of them?
Sure. That is a 9.
Cool. They're gonna take 8 psychic from a Manslaughter. And they will subtract 1d4 from their dex saving throw before the end of the turn.
Alright, beautiful.
And we'll give a bardic to Bracken's right next to me.
Bardic
Bracken.
Bracken. I love that that's how become a thing here. Like there's just like things that happen in every D&D group, and ours is bardic for freaking.
Becky.
He's lucky he gets one at all because magic doesn't exist.
It exists. It's just he doesn't believe in it too good.
I don't believe in fairies.
And Bracken immediately has a heart attack and falls over.
Cecil.
Rips his chest and just drops like a sack of dirt.
Cecil, it'll be your turn.
I would have seen some sort of indication that they are calling for reinforcements.
You saw them gesturing to each other. What's your passive perception?
That's a big 12.
Yeah, you saw them gesturing to each other, so they might have just been talking to each other about a battle plan.
Okay, I'm gonna trust Avi. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my adamantine coin on the ground, and a giant mechanical sable will rapidly take its place. How far is Natriana from my concealed position?
Why don't we make this a little interesting? Because you are in a large space gathered for giants, so Natriana is 60 feet away from you.
Okay, then I will use 5 feet of my movement to mount the sable, and I can then use its movement speed, which I believe is 50, and I'll dash, or not dash, but I'll try and get as close to Natriana as I can.
Alright. Bracken,
Yeah.
you pissed one of them off.
Excellent. That was Bracken's intention. He didn't have a plan after that. Bracken's gonna run it that one.
Okay. It's 50 feet away.
I have a movement. Can it be 45 feet away?
It's 50 feet away.
I
I will remind you that you are a fighter.
don't want to action surge for this.
Well, then you might just have to wait.
I'll move 30 feet up, and I will hold an action for when it gets into range for me to make an attack.
Okay. And as you sit there holding, waiting, Z, what would you like to do?
Man, I'm probably farther away from them than I would like, so I'm just going to pull out my bad news and take a shot.
Okay.
And I think I'm gonna go for the giants.
Okay.
That's the way you're saying okay.
Why do you not like the way that I'm saying okay?
Sometimes you say it weird.
That
Oh,
for
okay.
sure hits. That's just me being sarcastic. Okay. Righty then. That's not gonna work. So I'm just gonna use my movement to get to the next form of cover that I can get to.
So, there is no next form. You either stay here, or you're out in the open. That was the whole challenge. I know you weren't here last week. The whole challenge is that you had this large swath of open area that you had to get across without drawing attention.
Okay, then I guess we're just gonna go out into the open.
Okay, no worries. It's at this point our magma elemental is going to go.
Uh-oh.
And as it comes over, it is going to sort of slosh as close as it can get. It's still going to be a bit of distance away, but as it does so, it creates this wave of itself that almost like a tidal wave comes crashing through. I need Bracken and Avi to make for me a dexterity saving throw.
No.
It's a 12.
I got an 11.
Ooh, okay. Unfortunately, that is a failure. That will be 20 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And you are set on fire. You will need to use an action to put that out.
Right. I love this.
And then it is our giants go. And the giants, we've got one who's pissed off at Bracken is going to go for Bracken. As Bracken, the figure comes towards you, it's going to swing this scimitar down, and you can see that it bubbles with the flames around it. The first attack, however, is a natural one, which will then trigger your held action because it is close enough for you to hit.
Hooray. 18?
Just hits.
Hooray.
And then the other attack comes forward towards you, Bracken,
Yeah.
with a 17 to hit.
Meets it, beats it.
That will be 20 points of slashing damage
Ow.
and 11 points of fire.
And how much did I take on that failed save earlier? Sorry.
20.
Another 20.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, I
Ow!
rolled it again. Oh, shit.
Well,
Alright. There's one or two. The other giant is going to send out these bolts of pure flame. One towards Cecil, which is a 14,
No, thank you.
and the other towards Avi, which is a natural one. So you're fine. And then that's it for the giants go. It'll be Natriana who's going to stand up and she's going to move back just enough to get, unfortunately, Z is a little too far away for this, but Avi, Bracken, and Cecil in line for a bless. So,
Oh.
and that'll be it for Natriana. Avi,
Yeah.
it's your go.
Okay. How close did
Oh.
that?
That's right, you're on fire at the start of your turn. Which means that's one extra point of fire damage.
One. Okay. Okay. Where is this magma elemental at? Did it get closer?
It's about 10 feet away from you.
Can I get a wisdom save, please?
Yeah, totally. That will be a 17.
That will just pass. So it'll take 11 psychic.
Alright. Anything else?
We'll get a bardic. Oh, is Cecil within 60 feet?
Cecil would be within 60 feet from you.
Alright, he gets a bardic.
Alright, Cecil's got a party. Cecil, it's your turn.
So I would have been 10 feet from Natriana as I dashed in or ran in on Sable.
And then she moved back to make sure that she could get Bracken and Avi in the range for Bless.
Okay, where's the fire giant that's not engaged with Bracken located?
From you, about 45 feet.
Is it 45 feet closer to Bracken's giant?
So it's 45 feet from where you're standing. Bracken's giant is closer. So,
Okay. Can I flank that one?
yeah.
I will do so, and I will attack.
Okay.
From Sableback.
Hell yeah.
23.
That'll hit.
Not great hits.
Alright, anything else?
That's it for now.
Alrighty,
Oh, I'll put my mark on this thing, so disadvantage on anything else that it attacks.
sounds good. Bracken, it is your turn.
Excellent. We will go after the Giante in front of us.
Don't forget the flank.
Thank you. There's the other side of that for a crit fish. Alright, cool. And then, there we go. Those, I believe, will both hit.
They will. Ooh, and you were on fire at the start of your turn.
Oh, what do I need to roll for that?
It's an action to put the fires out, but you take 6 points of damage.
Okay. Does that forego my attacks in that case?
Are you putting the fire out?
No. I just swung.
Well, okay, I'm going to ask.
Okay. I will forego putting the fire out this round.
Okay.
And then I will use a bonus action for to take the patient defense dodge action.
All right, patient defense dodge action goes through. And then with that, Z, it's your go.
Oh yes. I was going to try and take another shot with my bad news, but it looks like I have to take an action to reload. Okay. I think at this moment we are just going to cast Absorb Elements on myself.
Absorb elements is a
it's-
reaction.
Oh,
Uh,
it is.
mhm.
Oh, yep. Yeah, you're right. I think we're gonna. I think I'm just gonna keep moving to try and get across while everybody is distracted.
Okay, so you were already across. So like you had made it to where you were wanting to go, but one of you had drawn the attention. And so you moved out where the fighting is all happening because they were trying to draw attention away from your fallen, who is now up and seeming to be casting. But you have now the attentions of 2 giants and a fire elemental, or magma elemental. So you could move back to where you were, or you can try and cross the distance to where you had been before you got to where you wanted to be as a group. But that is a very large, like we're talking about like 100 feet or so.
I'm gonna hold my action.
All right, you can hold your action. What would you be holding your action, and what is your trigger?
I'm gonna hold my action to cast Acid Splash if anybody gets too close to me, so like 15 feet.
All right, so if anyone comes into 15 feet, Z will cast Acid Splash. Got it. It's our Magma Elemental turn after Z. And it is going to try and slam into Avi. But that's a natural 1.
Okay.
You're fine. Our giants are going to go. And the one that is between Cecil and Bracken is still pissed off at Bracken, but does have disadvantage. Unfortunately, it doesn't stack, but that is a 14 to try and hit Bracken.
Nope.
its second attack. It's a 13.
Nope.
So that's it. And then the other giant is going to throw out those bolts of fire. One towards Z with a 26.
That definitely hits. Are they within 15 feet or?
No, this is a ranged attack.
Okay.
That'll be 20 points of fire damage.
Yeah.
And then the other attack is going to go for Natriana. But a 13 will miss her. And that's it for for the Giant's go. Now it's Natriana's turn. And she's just going to take the dodge action. Try not to get hit while she's holding on to the concentration for Bless. Avi,
Yeah.
you start your turn on fire.
Okay.
That is 2 points of fire damage.
Sure.
What would you like to do?
That's a great question. I'll look like this. Gotta get away from me. Can I get another wisdom save?
Sure, totally. That's a 7.
Great. It is frightened of me. And it needs to use its dash action to move away.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Cecil, it's your go.
Okay, I'll keep attacking this one between Bracken and I.
All right.
Three. There we go. And a natural 20.
Hell yeah.
Okay, and I'll keep unwavering mark on this guy.
All right, sounds good. Starting to falter just a little bit. Still in fighting condition, but is definitely looking a little rough. Bracken,
Yeah,
it's your turn.
we're gonna go for more pouches. That one's good. That one will add a bardic to, please. Remind me, is it a D8 or a D10 right now?
I believe it's D8. You also have Bless.
We'll stack it all up. Okay, so that's a total of a 15 on that one.
Unfortunately misses.
All right, cool. We'll just do the damage on the first one. 8, and I will take another patient. Oh shit! I'm still on fire.
Oh yeah.
I'll take it. Just give it to me.
I will let you know this thing already does have disadvantage against you, because of the what's it called?
Okay.
Cecil's thing. If you want to do anything else with your bonus action,
In that case, I'll do a flurry of blows.
and that was 3 points of fire damage.
And I'll take 3 points of fire damage. Ooh, there it is.
All right, yeah, both of those hit.
2d8 plus 13. Huh.
That's 21.
21 damage.
All right, yeah, this
uh,
thing went from looking bad to looking really bad. It's hanging on by a thread.
Interesting. Very well.
All right. And with that, it is Z's turn.
Alright, since nothing came within the 15 feet, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually fairly low on hit points. I'm going to use... Where is it? I'm going to use Fortified Bones as my bonus action, so I get to expend a spell slot to restore hit points to myself, my undead minion, or undead creature. Mostly just to me.
I
So
forgot
that's
Undead Minion was a part of your class.
Yeah, I'm surprised I keep forgetting to use it. It doesn't say how many hit points though. I'm assuming it is.
Let me look at that. So, the number of hit points restored is equal to 1d8 plus your intelligence modifier plus half of your proficiency bonus plus additional hit points equal to 1d8 per spell slot level. Minimum of 1 hit point restored.
Okay. Okay, so 1d8 plus 3 plus 2, and I'm gonna wait. Proficiency. Yeah, it's 2. 5. Okay, so that's 5 total that we're at right now. And I think we are going to do it at the first level.
So then that'll be 2d8 plus 5.
2d8 plus 5. It's 7. Definitely helps though.
Well, it'll be 12 total.
Oh, 12 total, yes.
All right. So,
Okay, and then for my action, I am going to... There's nothing within range that I can touch, so I can't cast that. You know what? We're just gonna cast... we're gonna cast Poison Spray for this one.
what is the range on that?
I believe it is 10 feet.
You do not have anything within 10 feet of you.
Crap. Okay. Could I use my movement to get something, to get closer to something?
You can definitely move to get closer. Unfortunately, you would not be close enough to get to anything within 10 feet.
Okay. Then I guess we will just hold the action. Anything gets within 10 feet, Poison Spray.
Sounds good. Our magma elemental has to run away and take the dash action from Avi, and so it will do so.
If it ends its turn, without line of battle on me, still safe.
Okay. That's another 7 on its wisdom save at the end of its turn. So it stays frightened.
Mm-hmm.
The giant's turn. The one that's pissed off at Bracken is still pissed off at Bracken.
He can stay pissed.
With a 14.
No.
And then a 24.
Whoa.
That's a disadvantage.
We're gonna go ahead and scarf that one.
Alright, so as the scarf comes up, the slash is hardly felt, and let me just double check on the wording that I gave with that.
Yeah.
So I believe I know how this is gonna work. Yep. Okay. Cool. For until the start of your next turn, you have immunity to the triggering damage, which is slashing and fire damage.
Let's go.
Hey.
So, oh, and Avi, no, that was the Magma's turn. I just did because of Avi's thing. So that's the giants. The other giant is going to bolt. Is it how's been doing? And that's going to be a bolt at Cecil. And a bolt at Bracken.
Okay.
26 to hit Cecil.
Yep.
And a natural 1 to hit Bracken.
Yeah.
Cecil. 16 points of fire damage.
Good heavens.
Cool.
And that's it for the giants. It's not Triana's turn. And she's just holding there. Avi, at the start of your turn, you're on fire.
Mhm.
That'll be 1 point of fire damage.
Okay.
There's nothing immediately in front of you.
Okay, I feel safe enough that I'm gonna take that action and put myself out.
Alright, you are no longer on fire.
Stop, drop, and roll.
I love it. Anything else?
Nope, that's my turn.
Alright, Cecil, it's your turn.
I'm gonna hit this giant.
Go for it.
22
Yes.
for 8.
It's crashing down to the ground. However, as it hits the ground, it does have a death burst. The heat that explodes outward from its armor creates this shrapnel. I need both Cecil and Bracken to roll for me dexterity saving throws.
Dexterity saving throws.
That's an 8.
Do we have bless still?
You still have bless.
Oh, I have bless and a thing. Hey,
Yeah, you have a Bracken, not a Bracken, you have a Bardic.
Total of 27.
total of 17.
17? It's where you needed to be. So, both of you are able to only take half damage, so it was a total of 13. So, you take 6 piercing.
Cool. Do you want one from the stable too?
Correct.
No, it's fine.
The fish?
I-
Goodness, we've gone over this so many times.
So, one giant is down. There is still another giant that is throwing fire bolts at you guys. The magma guy is he's afraid of Avi.
Can I move?
Yeah,
'Cause that was still part of my turn, right?
yeah,
Can I get to the other giant?
yeah.
Okay, I'll run over and smack that guy.
Hell yeah. Where'd you get the advantage from?
I don't remember. What's the first?
It's still a 20.
Okay,
So
sorry.
that'll hit.
Habit, that's where it came from. Really needs to quit giving me foresight. Okay, I'm gonna mark this one then.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
And with that, Cecil's turn comes to an end. Bracken, it's your go.
All right, we're gonna take it to him. And no, we're not. We're gonna stop, drop, and roll
Okay.
because I keep forgetting I'm on fire.
All right. So, you do take fire damage at the start of the turn, which is 1 this round. But then you put it out.
And then we are going to second wind and recover. It's 7 HP.
Okay. Hey, that's
And,
like a lot of the fire damage you took.
Cool. And I'll maintain the flank.
Oh, wait, no! Fucking take that one back. You're immune to fire damage. No, it was at the start of the turn. The immunity
Yeah.
stopped. So,
Yeah,
that's right. Ooh.
and
It
that's
could've
number
been.
2.
Any-
God.
That will be all.
All right.
Okay.
See, it's your turn.
All right. Let's get the show on the road, shall we?
This show's been on the road.
All right. The one thing I love: no range spells in any capacity. I know I probably could have prepared other ones, but where is Natriana at the moment?
About 15 feet away from where she was on the ground. She's just kind of been staying and vibing and dodging so that way she can maintain the bless.
I'm assuming I'm probably too far away from her to kind of be like flanking her, I guess. Like watching
You
her
were originally 60 feet away from Natriana's location, and when you moved, you only moved once, and if it was your full movement, so that would put you 30 feet away from where she was, which is now 45 feet away from where she currently is.
Oh, okay. If I do move my full movement, then it would be... Okay. You know what? Yeah, let's just try and get closer to her. And I will... Any checks are kind of useless at this point. So, I am going to... I'm gonna bonus action... I think it's magic weapon... on my hand axe. And I'm just gonna take it out and do that.
Sounds good. Alright, with that, then it is our Magma Elemental's turn, and because of the spell, it still has to run away.
Mm-hmm.
And it's further and further away. Let's see if it can make this. It does make the save this time with a natural 20.
Oh, well, good for them.
But they are now 160 feet away from you. So I think you're pretty safe. Our giant's turn. Cecil, you're right there. This giant is going to pull out the scepter that it has at its side and try and swing down at you. That is a 15
Miss.
and a natural 20.
Hit.
So that will be 20 points of bludgeoning damage and 22 points of fire damage from the crit.
Oh.
Hey, you good?
You know. I'm still standing.
Hey, Cecil, look out.
You really gotta win those, man.
With that, it is the end of the giant's turn. And it's Natriana's go. Where's she? She could help you if you were a little bit closer, but she doesn't want to get close to that thing, so unfortunately, she's just going to continue taking her dodge action here. And as that happens, we will be coming back to the start of our combat order with Javi after our ad breaks. So, stick tight. We'll be right back to continue our story, but before we head out, I ask that you let the ads run. They're important to us here at Wildewitch RP. If you want to directly support us, you can always do so through my Ko-fi, link for that is on screen and in our chat room. Ko-fi donations not just support us at Wildewitch RP, they unlock awesome perks for our entire community. They unlock these fun things for all of our players, including special companions, double treasure, double XP, new quests. A full list is available on our Discord, so stick around. We'll be right back. Alright, we're back, and we're in the middle of combat. As Avi, it's your turn.
Great. The giant is still, where did Avi go? The giant's still 50 feet away, yeah?
From you, yeah, the other one is still 50.
Great. I'll move 30 forward, closer, so, no, 20, so I'm 30 feet away.
Okay.
That makes sense. And this might end badly, but I would like a con save.
That is a 21.
Yeah, figured. He's fine. He's
Alright.
not blinded.
It was good effort.
I tried.
Yeah, I commend you for it.
Let's see. Did Cecil use his bardic and Z's too far
Yep.
away?
Yes.
We'll give another bardic to Cecil.
Alright. Then with that, Cecil, it's your turn.
Cecil's gonna stare back and recover from that hit he just took and swing back.
Okay.
No, it's not an advantage. Oh, I wish it was advantage.
Tell your flank buddy to get his ass over there.
He's flanking
Oh,
a
really?
dead body with no one. 18?
I don't know what you're talking about.
And 18 just hits.
I'm gonna put myself out.
13 damage. And I'm gonna second wind with my Veil Mark.
Okay.
That's safe, right?
And one way to find out.
Great. That's gonna heal 5 plus. That's 18 healing.
Okay.
I think that's the first time we've used it since things went crazy.
I'll just make a note of that.
No notes.
Thanks. Great.
You're not
No
allowed to make
notes.
notes.
No notes.
No. Somebody take her pen.
It's a pencil, thank you very much.
Take her pencil.
She's going for the jukebox.
The drums of war. She's thawing. Anything else from Cecil? It
No.
will be, Bracken's turn.
Yeah, we're gonna get in a flank.
Go
Unless
for it.
everybody wants to be rude about it. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take some swings.
Are you?
Whoops.
You forgot the
That's what
flank.
just got- Yes, I know. I did that after I clicked. Alright, there's one.
Yes.
There's two. And we'll just do a bonus action one. There's three.
All three hit.
Beautiful. Oh, big damage. Big damage. Come on. Oh, whatever. We'll take it. That's math. 26, 34.
I got it on a calculator. I don't know the details, but I added it together.
I did it. I got it right.
Cool. I'm sure. I just put it in my calculator and it tells me what numbers I need.
I put it in my calculator. I said math, and everything.
Right, yeah, you did 24 total, but I just did
No, I
the
said 30
damage,
or
or whatever. Whatever your
30,
math did.
34.
Yeah, so 34 total. I'm just adding your 13, and your 8 to what has
Right.
already been damaged.
Oh.
So-
Well, yeah, you got to do that on your side. I did
Yeah.
it for my side.
Yeah, no, which is great. I just put it in my
That's
calculator. Anything else from Bracken?
All right now.
Alright, Z, it's your turn.
Sad.
Alright. I think I'm gonna keep my action prepped for poison spray, but I am gonna use my movement to get closer to Natriana.
Okay.
Hopefully I am within reach.
Uh,
and I will help her.
so you did your movement last round too?
Yeah.
Then yeah, you'd be able to get to Natriana. And
Yeah. I'm gonna continue holding my action.
totally good. Our magma guy is somewhere off screen, doing things. Our
What do you
giant.
mean?
What do I mean?
Is he like getting friends or getting a drink? What is he doing?
Something you can't see because it's 160 feet away.
Please tell me.
Or at least he was when the spell ended.
Oh, boy,
Fun
dear
fact, the
God.
human eye can see about 3 or 4 miles.
Yeah, but how clearly of that can you see? Like, you can look at that
Within
distance.
140 or 180 feet?
Right. But that's like on a clear day, there's nothing else, it's like all plains.
What about half elves? Because none of us are human.
Honestly.
There are
Whoop.
things here at play, such as divisions to your line of sight. You
Sure.
did move before combat started.
We'll play your little games, Dungeon Master.
Don't bring that voice into this.
I'm not bringing any voice into anything.
Our giant is going to take his turn here. And he's gonna do a scepter swing once at each of you. That is a 30 to hit Cecil.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Stop it.
That is 24 points of bludgeoning damage and 8 fire.
Okay.
And then a 30 to hit Bracken.
Was that a disadvantage?
Yeah, the other
I
was a
see
natural
how we're
20.
doing this. I see how we're doing this.
That was disadvantage?
Yeah, it was a 19
Oh.
and a 20 on the die. Do you want it to be the natural 20? Because I could do that.
And they hated him and threw stones at him for he spoke the truth.
Oh my god.
We're gonna go ahead and scarf that 30.
Alright, so you don't take the 30 points of damage that was coming your way.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, no kidding.
So
Yeah. We killed the rum-tum tugger of the forest, and now it's a problem.
God, that was so last week. Why are we bringing this up?
Because apparently you're still hung up about it.
So, that's the end of our giant's turn. Natriana. Natriana's gonna move a little bit closer, not a lot closer, but just to be a little closer for people who might need to make it back to her, and takes the dodge action. Avi, it's your turn.
I don't know what's happening anymore. Can I get a wisdom save from the giant?
Yeah, totally. Oh man, that was almost good. That's a 12.
Damage, it's 20 psychic. And
Okay.
just to run away.
Reaction runs away. Which means that Bracken and Cecil, you can take a reaction shot here.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I have a thing that means if I take an opportunity attack, its speed is reduced to 0. Can I choose not to take it?
Yeah, you can always choose. Like, your reaction is yours to take if you want.
Okay. The wording's strange. I'm gonna not take it.
Yeah.
I would like for it to run away, please.
Okay, yeah. So, it runs away. And then, Cecil, it's your turn. This, giant is 30 feet away from you at the start of your turn.
How was he looking when he ran away?
Afraid.
Okay. I'm gonna walk back towards Natriana.
What's your speed?
The thing's speed is 50.
Alright, you'd be about 20 feet away from Natriana.
Cool. That's where I be. I'll take the dodge action.
Okay. Bracken, the giant is 30 feet away from you.
I have a run speed of 45, and I'm pissed at this thing. I'm chasing after it,
Okay,
shouting obscenities the whole way.
totally.
Oh.
Yeah, all of those hit.
Plus 8 is, or plus 15 is 31, plus 8 is 39.
Great. I need you to make me a dexterity save. As its armor shrapnel explodes as this thing falls down.
With bless.
You do have bless still.
16?
16 just makes the dex save, which means you'll take half damage. That's 21 on a failed save, so you take 10 piercing.
Wonderful.
Anything else from Bracken?
No.
Z, it's your turn. Natriana walked up about 20 feet from where she was standing. You can see 20 feet away from Natriana a fairly beat up Cecil. What would you like to do?
I'm going to run over to Cecil and cast Cure Wounds at...
Do you have 40 feet of movement?
Shit. I can only do dash to increase it. I can't. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna take the dash action and dash over to Cecil. And that'll be my turn.
Alright. Our magma buddy appears at the edge of the battlefield as he uses his movement and dash to get back. And you can hear the bubbling roar. And Avi, this thing doesn't have eyes, but you can almost feel that they're on you. And that's it for the magma elemental's turn. There's no more giants. And it's Natriana, and she will close distance with Cecil and cast a Cure Wounds. Cecil, you may get back 14 points of healing.
Thank you.
And Avi,
Yeah.
your turn.
How far away is the magma guy?
Magma guy from you is about 40 feet.
Great. Can I get a wisdom save?
Totally. It's a natural one.
That's 20 psychic, and he has to run away.
So just as he appears, he dashes off again using his reaction.
And I'm gonna use my movement to get towards Natriana.
Easily done. As Avi begin to move over that way, Cecil, it's your turn.
There's no threats in sight.
You saw the magma guy, but then he ran off. So right now you're fine.
How close is one of the giants that fell down?
About 15 feet from where you currently stand.
Can I go over and make an investigation check for anything?
Sure.
Anything useful?
Let's see it.
Oh yeah, I forgot that I actually had to roll. 17.
17. Unfortunately, when this thing's armor exploded, it kind of tore up a lot of the body. So what you have here is a lot of pulp, and cinders, and, the blood is intensely hot that it's steaming where it's starting to evaporate from the ground.
Is there any metal fragments that I can take?
Yeah.
I will take a metal fragment.
Great. Bracken.
Yeah.
You are the farthest away from the group.
Bracken will chase after the magma creature, but with no intent to catch up, screaming more obscenities and chasing it off.
Give me an intimidation check to try and chase this thing off. We'll see how well that worked on our Magma's turn. Anything else from Bracken?
No.
Z. It's your turn.
I need to double check this to make sure I'm thinking of this. Nope, that's that's not it. Okay. I'm just gonna cast Cure Wounds at first level on Cecil, since I believe I've gotten close enough.
You'll have to close the distance, because he did walk off a little bit, but,
Then I will close the distance and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
And Max healing. 11 hit points back to you, Cecil.
Thank you.
and as Z heals Cecil, it is our Magma Elemental's turn. And it continues to run off. It seems that your 19 intimidation, Bracken, has scared it off. Or at least for now.
Bracken will return to his group.
Cecil's gonna pocket 4 more metal fragments if he can find them.
Yeah, totally.
Hell yeah.
So, you're all able to kind of come together now. Nothing is immediately in this vicinity, but you are, again, aware that this is not an empty realm. What do you do?
We need to get these runes. We need to get out of here fast.
That thing's gonna find friends and come back.
Yeah,
That's what I'm worried about.
I'm all on board with that idea. Let's go. So, as you're able now to cover that distance over to the, what's it called? Altar. I'm going to ask for religion or investigation checks.
There it is. Hey, buddy.
Is it sandwich?
Yeah, it is. Oi. You were to come cool. Oh, he's coming up.
Is he gonna start making biscuits?
Nah, he just wants to get right up under my chin and sit on my shoulder.
So, your group, alongside Natriana's aid, are able to look over the altar, and it's a little difficult at first. The runes almost look like cracks of the charcoal and embers, but you're able to look through and find intentionality here. It's going to take a careful hand to remove them from the altar. So I'm going to I'm gonna say this will be one check, and you can all work together on it. So someone will have to be the lead person, but if you are helping, instead of giving the advantage, I will allow everyone who helps to add their proficiency bonus to the total of the roll.
Alright.
So this will be a sleight of hand check to remove the runes.
Oh. Okay.
So,
That might be.
That's a 28.
well, okay. I don't know if I explained it.
Yeah, wait.
It would
Who's
be-
gonna be?
Yeah, it was going to be one person rolling. And then for anyone who helped that one person roll, you can add your proficiency bonus onto that instead of getting the normal advantage for the help.
So who's going to do the roll?
I mean, I've rolled and I've got a natural 20.
Avi did get a natural 20 if you guys want to take that into account here.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
let's do that.
I'll add my 14 to it.
Okay?
Are you kidding me?
Okay, I literally just...
Bo,
ex-
you're adding your
That was an
proficiency.
accident. That was an accident. It's +4.
Alright.
Oh wait, is it the sleight of hand proficiency or just
If
the
you-
proficiency bonus?
If you've got a sleight of hand proficiency bonus, that's what you're adding to it. So,
Okay, cool.
Okay, +2 then.
alright.
Plus 14.
Cecil will stand watch.
Okay. Avi, with the help, your hands have never been steadier here, and Bracken and C kind of also looking around and seeing where to guide the chisel. You're able to collect the runes that you need. Cecil,
Hey, what's up?
give me a perception check as you are standing watch.
I'm trying so hard.
You are trying. Cecil, it is smoky. It is hot. You can feel the sweat sort of rolling underneath the armor. And it's an odd sensation because it's so hot here that the sweat doesn't even really last. It begins to evaporate, making it all muggy. And you can hear the work of your companions behind you. It sounds like it's going good. You don't hear any swears or expletives. But you're keeping your eye out, and all you can see is just smoke and fire, and it's hard to tell if it moves because it's just a current or if it's actually some sort of sentience.
Cecil's gonna, like, not look, but kind of shout over her shoulder and be like, hey, how's it go? Oh, you're done. Seemed pretty easy.
Yeah, we got it. Let's go.
Yes, please.
How do you try and leave this place? Do you try and do so quick? Do you try and do so carefully?
Quick but vigilant. Same way we entered.
Athletics or perception checks from everybody. Athletics or perception.
Oh. I'm so sorry. I'll take the athletics.
Yeah, no. So as you guys move, trying to keep quick and vigilant, you're definitely covering that quick aspect. And Avi, you see in the distance, towards that open portal, the gate that you entered in from. See. You, however, notice something behind your group. A stream of magma moving along on its own, flanked by columns of fire. The elemental has returned. It's on your tail, but there is a good amount of distance between your groups right now. What do you do, Z? Do you alert your companions about this, or do you just continue to run and hope for the best?
I alert them, but then I begin to run. We have to move.
Then I'm going to ask for initiatives.
Initiatives.
Yeah. Because there is a threat, it seems. So, Z. First to act in this now threatened space, you know what runs behind you, but again, there's a fair amount of distance. You see the area ahead of you that you need to get to. We'll say that this gate that you are running to is 90 feet away.
Okay. Oh boy.
What are you doing?
Oh god. Dash action fully.
So that'll get you 60 feet.
Yes.
Okay. Avi,
Yes.
you are next to act. What are you doing?
I have not slowed down. I'm taking the dash action.
Sounds great. I need a dexterity save from Cecil, Bracken, and then Natriana.
Please don't.
Alright, and so Cecil, Bracken, you are fine. Natriana just succeeds. As,
How long has it been since that Bardic came through?
I will say you are in the last 30 seconds of your 10 minutes.
Cool, I'm gonna use it.
So as a sort of burst of fire strikes down amongst your group, you all succeed, some of you just barely. So that means half damage. So instead of the 19 damage, you all will take 9. And then it will be gracious. It is gonna be Brecken. 90 feet away is your way out of here.
Is there anyone behind me in danger at the moment? Sorry, I'm.
No one's behind you. It's just people beside you, which is Natriana and Cecil.
Okay.
The danger is on the way, but it is not here. Like, they are steadily progressing towards you all,
Right.
and are blasting fire at you, it seems, because that's what you just evaded.
Absolutely. We are, in that case, booking it.
Okay, so you take the dash action?
Yeah.
Okay, and you've got, what, 45 speed?
Yes. And then I believe we can also Step of the Wind to dash as a bonus action.
If you want.
Yeah, we'll do that.
So, Bracken disappears through the open portal, and you will crash into the laboratory space in the vault that you had left from.
Okay.
And Bracken, you seem to be out of danger.
Correct.
Cecil. You're
Still riding this thing.
still riding your sable.
So I'll dash.
Bitch.
With 100 feet, you're able to get through the portal. And you don't seem to make quite as mess as Bracken did.
Naturally.
Yeah. What's that supposed to be?
And Natriana will dash, and so that will get her up to where Z and Avi are. Z, it's your turn.
Action dash.
Well, it's only 30 feet away, so, I mean, you don't have to dash if you want to, though.
No, let's go. We're getting out of here.
Okay, so you get through the portal and see you're back into the laboratory in the shadowed repository. Avi?
I will move 25.
Mm-hmm.
So just near the portal, but I will. Can I hold that last 5 feet?
So you can't hold movement per se, but you can hold the dash action.
Well, then I'll do that. I'll hold the dash action for when Natriana gets here.
Sounds
I'm
good.
not leaving her alone.
All right, sounds good. Then the elementals are going to continue their progression closer, and I need then a dexterity save from Avi and Natriana.
It's a 19.
So, Avi, you are fine. Natriana is going to get some burns here. It's okay. She can handle it. She's a tiefling. So on a failed save, that's going to be 15 points of fire damage. But Avi, you succeeded, so you will take 7. And Natriana's turn. She will dash action. You can see just as she's going into the portal that she's reaching out. Very much, she's not leaving you here either.
I will reach out for her.
Then, as your held action is triggered and Natriana is moving through, the two of you, hands clasped, go through the portal, and you're all now out of danger. And you are able to have the portal closed. And you can breathe easily here.
Cecil will dismiss the sable.
Is there a table on which everybody's kind of working?
There is a table surface, yeah. Like, there's a
Great.
few surfaces that the kind of commandeered.
Craft services?
I'm gonna let go of Natriana's hand, and I'm gonna put the runes on the table, and I'm gonna walk away.
Okay. Well, now that we have the runes, you hear from Sir Rorik. I can begin working upon the sigil. It will take a bit of time, unless either of you are proficient in the crafting techniques of ancient arcane practices. But it seems that perhaps you might wish to utilize this time as a rest.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Well then,
I mean, I'm always willing to learn from someone who is proficient in that.
so, just so that way above table you're aware of this, if you spend your time helping and learning with Rorik, you will be forfeiting some, if not all, of your rest, depending on how long you stay there. Basically, it's this chance of you've just been through something a little bit harrowing. You can take this time to breathe a little bit easier and recuperate, or you can continue to work.
I think Z wants to continue working.
Okay.
I think they're gonna push themselves to a very far point.
Well,
Well, not. They're pushing themselves.
okay. Well, this will essentially take up a long rest time, so you can either push yourself to a short rest and only regain partial abilities of yourselves, or you can push all the way into a point of exhaustion. I will leave that choice up to you.
I'll take the level of exhaustion.
Okay. What about the rest of you? Are you guys taking advantage of the full rest? Will you be utilizing only a partial rest while this is happening?
Full rest for Cecil.
Bracken's going to bed.
What was that, Kelsey?
I'm taking a full rest.
Okay. So, then the easy part will be with Z. Z, roll for me a Arcana check, please.
16.
16. You're able to kind of keep up with the sort of sigil inscriptions. It is older work, and it will be it's a little bit more archaic than all the sort of enchantments and inscriptions that you've been taught, but you can keep up and you understand everything that Sir Rorik is doing. And, you know, towards the end, you even feel a little bit confident to, like, ask questions and clarifications. That way you kind of really know, and Rorik will respond, answering, and that's how you spend it. You do, of course, take a level of exhaustion here. You do not regain health points or anything that comes back on a short rest. For those of you that are taking advantage of the full rest, let's start off with Bracken.
Yeah.
What does your rest look like? What do you do for your preparations, if anything here, or do you just find some place where you can just conk out and...
Bracken's doing his usual, setting up a hammock, maybe getting a, is there an outside area to get a campsite set up, maybe get a fire going for everybody?
It would be out into the actual, like, so, like, your laboratory that has been set up, the makeshift lab, is in the vault, which was hidden and kind of set up. There is an area that's outside of it. You guys had fought the creature there, but that is, you know, technically in like the wilds of the Shadow Repository, so there
Fair
might
enough.
be.
We'll stay out of that. We'll just set up a good old fashioned hammock and kind of make our own space here.
Okay. And then, anything go through, anything going through your mind? Any thoughts?
Bracken's really just kind of spent from today fighting fire giants and lava monsters and all that. It was
And fake cats?
and sexy fake cats. There's been a lot going on, and Bracken really just kind of wants to
Totally
curl up
fine.
in a hammock cocoon and reset.
Yeah, totally fine. Very valid. I can begin to doze off. In that same time, why don't we check in with Avi?
Yeah,
You walked off.
I did.
What's going through your mind?
I mean, I'm just trying to find a place to set up. It's not a gentle setup by any means. It's just kind of grabbing things and throwing them down, mumbling to myself. I'm not pleased with myself. I'm having a rough go of things.
Are you seeing that you walked off? I'm assuming you're doing this outside of that vault laboratory.
No, I didn't leave the vault. I walked up to the table and then walked away from the table.
So the
I
vault
didn't.
so the vault isn't huge.
Uh-huh.
So okay, so like it's large enough that people can work in there comfortably, but it's not like it's not like broken up or divided or anything. So
Sure, that's fine. It's just, it's off,
yeah.
out of the way
Okay.
of everyone, but still close by.
What is your passive perception?
16.
You do not hear the figure over all of your grumbling and putting things around. But there is a voice that almost speaks very suddenly. If you need to get that out, you can just, I'm sure Thok will let you, I don't know, get a few punches out. And it's the shadowed and cloaked figure that you've heard spoken about as Grim. They've not really interacted with you before.
I don't really work that way. But I'm sure you're right. I don't think he would mind. I wouldn't do much damage.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know how. I wouldn't treat my things like that, but that's due to my growing up. So I tend to find people who don't mind me beating up on them when I'm in states like that. But if that doesn't work for you,
Did you just come over here to judge me, or?
no, okay, I don't do the people thing a lot. So it does seem perhaps that I'm judging you. You just seemed like you had stuff to work through, and I was giving you an option that you might not know was there.
My problems will go away when I leave this place. I know that.
Okay. If they don't, just, see if you can find someone else who's big and bulky and doesn't mind you hitting on them. And with that, Grim will get off from where they've been sort of seated on one of the countertops near this area and just walks and then heads outside of the vault, likely to where Thok is, who's kind of been keeping watch. And they just leave you with that bit of wisdom.
I'm sure if anybody's listening, they'd hear a little me before Abby just kind of lets her head hit the bedroll.
Okay. Cecil.
Yo.
What does your rest look like? What are you doing in your preparations? Any thoughts going through your mind?
Cecil's peeling off his armor and just kind of finding a corner for himself, wiping away any singed pieces of leather or padding underneath from all those heavy hits. He'll just kind of sit down and take a closer look at the metal fragment pieces that he got and just kind of stow them away. He's pretty exhausted mentally and emotionally, even though he should only be exhausted physically after coming very close to being unconscious.
Yeah. You're able to go through your process of keeping up the maintenance of your armor. Make sure it's wiped down properly. You might want to get it, into a blacksmith for any sort of fine tuning once you return to where there are blacksmiths available. But Bracken, Avi, Cecil, you are each able to find rest, meaning that you can all hit your long rest button. As your rest completes and as you are coming to it is the sort of last bits of carvings from Sir Rorik, and you would notice that Lady Araxibes has a very dusty tome in front of her that she's been reading through. What do you do in the aftermaths of your awakening? Noticing that Z is fairly much in the same place as they were when you all went to bed.
Cecil would check on the progress of breaking the curse now that we've got all of the components.
Varro, who's looking a little weary, probably has just gone through the normal morning rituals. Yes, the Lady Araxibes has been reading into what the ritual fully entails, and she's fairly confident in being able to lead it, though she's probably going to have all the details.
I'll pass that along to everyone else, and when everyone else is ready, we can make our way over to Lady Araxibus.
Shortly after Cecil passes by, I will start to pack up. It's calmer now that I know that people have eyes on me.
Or at least one person.
Mm-hmm.
Bracken will also start packing up. No breakfast today, unfortunately.
It's alright. We can get, like, I don't know, summoned gruel or something. Flavorless, but filling.
I'd rather starve.
Damn. So, uh, then as you all get up, your exhibition, while reading this tome, has kind of been moving around the area as if she's like looking for things. She seemed to have a small collection that has been brought here. Uh, one of which you can see she's just sort of putting it over, which is this large blackened iron staff covered in cobwebs and dust. But she looks up and, I suppose you all have had your rest.
We have.
It
What
will...
is, you know, something about this ritual?
I've been reading during your escapades. It will require efforts of all of you, if you wish for this to go well.
What do you need from us?
There will be 3 circles as part of this ritual. A circle of exodus, a circle of doors, and a circle of infusion. Each with their own taxing embodiments. The circle of exodus will be important in sustaining those bindings, tethering Varro's soul to his corporeal form. The circle of doors is the most unstable and will require 2 to sustain it. Speaking of great sacrifice, so life force is always a steady, or perhaps your veil-burned powers would also work if my reading into it is any any sort of clarification. These rituals are not so direct. The last one, however, is very important. The last circle of infusion, is where it will direct the curse from Varro onto the citron. Using this, as she points to the iron staff. If you have any history with sailing and rowing boats, I suggest you volunteer for that.
I'll be one of the two for the circle of doors.
I'll join Cecil on doors.
Ooh.
I will. I guess. Is it the life force? Yes, Sorry. I do believe I will be a part of the life force.
So that's Circle of Doors, which has already been claimed. We'll go over what is more mechanically necessary, because that might change where people wish to stand. But we can do that during our next ad. So stick around. We will be right back to continue along with our curse-breaking ritual. But before we head out, I do ask that you let the ads run. They are important to us here at Wildewitch RP. They help keep our games affordable. But if you would like to directly support us, you can always do so through my Ko-fi. Link for that is on screen, as well as in our chat room. These donations not just support us at Wildewitch RP, they unlock awesome perks for the entire community. A full list of those donation tiers is available on our Discord, so check us out there. We will be right back.
If that is your real name.
Why are we like this? So you are preparing for this ritual. 3 circles. Circle of Exodus, Circle of Doors, and Circle of Infusion. Who is helping where?
Abby is on Circle of Doors.
Cecil goes to the circle of doors.
Bracken will go for infusion.
I slowly make my way over to the last remaining circle.
Okay. And as you are standing here, I'm going to ask for Arcana checks in helping to place these circles for the ritual.
Oh, thank God.
So you remember that you are exhausted.
Disadvantage.
Huh.
Yep.
I'll re-roll that at disadvantage. Okay. Oh, it's gonna be fun.
Yep. So, as your Exodus takes the Sigil of Atonement from the Sir Rorik, she will look over each of the circles and give nods, and takes the iron rod and will pass it to Bracken in the Circle of Infusion. But instead of holding the staff like you would a normal weapon, she places it into your hands as if one might place a rowing oar. So,
Bracken will kind of look at her expectingly.
it will be revealed in time. When the ritual begins, it will be the most important for you to continue to row. no matter what.
Right. Bracken's already kind of checking out magic-wise, but he's listening.
Then with the each of you standing here, Natriana stands outside of the three circles, and the inside that it's not quite an overlap like a Venn diagram, but there is a center area between the three. That is where Varro stands. And as each of you are positioned, ready, it will be a look from your Axibis to each of you. I ask you all to clear your minds and focus on the ritual. So that way, all efforts are aligned with battling this very powerful curse. As she steps over, she comes to Z with this book as she begins at the Circle of Exodus. As she initiates the ritual, speaking in this ancient tongue, I need a Constitution check from Z as the magical binds begin to appear.
That's an 8.
That is an 8. And Z, that is going to be 17 points of necrotic damage. As you are trying to hold on to it, the ritual is continuing here. Power that is starting, but Z, you need to help control this as it progresses. I need another Constitution check.
Oh my.
12 points of necrotic damage. You are barely holding the bindings in place, but doing so is sapping your own energy and life force. As the ritual continues over to the Circle of Doors, Avi and Cecil. You must make a offering here of great worth. What is it that you offer?
I'll offer life force.
Okay, so that'll be 2 hit dice that you expend here.
I'll do the same.
2 hit dice that you expend here. And this will be a skill check of your highest choice, or your highest skill ability. So like wisdom, charisma, strength, any of those, whatever is your highest, you can roll this. And because you've made your offering with blood, you may roll it at advantage.
Good grief.
Oof. So, Avi,
Yeah.
you're giving this offering, but you can feel where the magic of the curse is hungry and it takes more. That's going to be 12 points of necrotic damage to you. And Cecil, or not Cecil, Bracken. Magic is a load of mumbo jumbo in your mind, but you cannot deny the current that you can feel and what almost feels like fins on this staff, as if it truly is an oar.
Bracken's paddling.
I need
Bracken's...
a strength check and a dexterity check from you.
That's how we do it.
You paddle, Bracken, listening to that warning that your Araxis gave you. And even with the struggles of the rest of the ritual, the burns of the soul bindings in the hands of Z, and the hunger that travels trying to steal more of Avi than what she has offered, you are able to pull the energy through the current, direct it over and into this sigil. And as the curse moves through you all, through each circle, you see where Varro drops to the ground as if released from a great tension. Bracken, you feel where the current begins to lessen. You row until there is no feeling. And you all watch the sigil that has been carefully crafted. You see where it begins to tremble.
Yep.
Begins to shake. You feel that shaking moves into the ground itself. Tremors experienced through the vault and perhaps even further. And then there is a crack. You can hear more of the metal begin to break as this intensely bright light begins to burst out. I want everyone to make for me a Constitution saving throw.
I'll use Indomitable.
Z, the disadvantage is only on ability checks at this moment.
Okay.
That's better.
Okay.
So, looks like 15 was our lowest, yeah?
Don't call me out.
You are all able to resist being blinded by this intense light. However, you would notice that the light continues to spill out of the sigil, taking on a almost humanoid form, larger, winged. And before the light settles, this is where we're going to end our session this week.
Oh.
Yeah. I think this is a great place to end the session this week. So we will pick up with whatever has come out of your sigil, whatever has been achieved by your curse breaking here. But until then, I will see you guys in the next stream. And if you want, you can always join us over in our Discord to jump in a game yourself. Keep up to date with all of our announcements. You can catch our VODs over at YouTube. And then, as always, may the ever-burning light ever guide your steps. Laters.